Over the summer, when the world stood together, united for change, I saw the continuous plea for more to be done through education. And while I marched alongside my fellow freedom fighters, I thought about the impact which I could have. I looked at my own individual skill set. What could I do to help? One of the recurring signs which I saw at the protest was to teach Black history in schools. And I knew a way to accomplish this. Vary the text which you use as a stimulus during your English lessons and alter the voice which the pupils are met with. Black authors offer a unique voice in the classroom, and many young people can connect in a way that they may not have been able to before. Pupils can aspire to be like, but also learning from the voices of the main characters in the text. They can see themselves as the star of the show instead of as just the Black best friend. Now, this is not a new idea, and the teaching of Black history is something which some teachers have been doing for a very, very long time. However, this is not enough. And by looking at things in a new way, we plan to change the way we teach this. And I'm aware that teachers are scared to tackle the concept of Black history. They're scared to teach it the wrong way, terrified of offending others. They're, being deemed as a racist. And that's why I started the Black Education Project. It's a place where educators can find a sequence of lessons for each year group from pupils aged 4 to 14, as well as offering a unique support system between teachers where they can come together and gain the confidence and empower themselves to teach the Black history in their schools. The idea is to teach stories that move away from oppression. What about normal stories about Black people? Why not bring those to the forefront of our education system? In this way, we can ensure that Black history is taught in a way that contextualizes the historical imbalances. Through this, we can inspire and motivate Black pupils, providing a diverse set of historical role models, highlighting their sense of belonging through the curriculum, and ultimately reducing the exclusion rate. For example, Black Caribbean pupils are 3 times as likely to be permanently excluded than their white counterparts. On diving deeper into the curriculum, I noticed the clear opportunities which allow Black history to be taught outside of the 30-day yearly celebration. Instead, becoming part of the everyday teaching, embedding Black history into the everyday teaching during the classroom session. Black history is part of everyone's history. Many teachers fall victim to the stereotypes of only teaching about Rosa Parks, occasionally touching on Mary Seacole, and only really looking at that one famous line of Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. Now, while these are all incredible pioneers of change, they're not the only part of history. These key historical figures all link to oppression. And for a Black child, and when I refer to Black, I mean in the political sense, covering mixed race pupils as well, this lack of historical ownership can lead to self-doubt and a lack of understanding in their own history. But the question then arises, are we teaching Black history purely for the benefit of the Black pupils? Well, no. We need to educate everyone. Think back to the beginning of the pandemic, when George Floyd was murdered. People rushed out to purchase books by Black authors. Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, amongst others, sold quicker than they'd ever done before, as people felt the urge to better themselves and read about the injustices which had suddenly been brought to their attention, despite it being a very, very real part of life for so many for such a long time. But beyond this, how many supported their children's understanding? Are Mallory Blackman books only suited to Black readers? Did the wonderful words of Maya Angelou suddenly become discredited as they were removed from the GCSE syllabus in 2014? We can't all change the world individually, but we can try. And if we support that younger generation, if we guide them, educate them, and use that same energy that we have for ourselves on them, then we can change the world. We could change the future. Active changes will make the difference. And whether you're an educator, a parent, a friend, a godparent, you can impact and change the narrative in our young people's minds. Thank you.